Yeah, good day, viewers. I'm here again, Taiwo Lower Jacob. I'm live here in Ikorodu, that is Igbokuta area of Ikorodu, where we built snail greenhouses, and we have two units here in this farm. There is one down there, one plot of 100 by 50 feet, and behind me here is another 100 by 50 feet. We built it 7 months ago, if you all remember. I have the video of when we constructed this place and when we stocked on YouTube on my page. I'll also I'll also paste the link below. After when you're done, you can always check it out under the profile of the view. So of the video. So we are here to do a review of how far the farm has gone, how far what is the current status of the farm, what is there is there improvement, is there success? These are the things we're going to be evaluating here today. Don't forget the farm was built 7 months ago. They encountered some issues, which is normal when you're starting a business, and they were able to overcome them. And here we are today doing a review. So let's go. So you can get a full update about it. Yes, we are inside the farm now. This is a 100 by 50 feet, like I said before, and it is meant to contain a minimum of 90,000 snails, which is in a document that we send to those our clients. And we started with an initial stock of 3,000 Achatina marginata ovum species, and currently now, apart from the mortality they experienced, because I do tell people that the mortality is inevitable in snail farming when you just start. They will need to adapt to the environment, and you need to get some things right since it's your first time before you continue. So if you check the former video, you will see that the place was well vegetated. There was so much vegetation everywhere, and the report that we got was that the snails finished them all the ugu that were planted, all the potato climbers, even water leaf, they were all finished in this Kim greenhouse. If you check the former video, video in the I'll send the link to you. You will see that it was well vegetated when we came to supply the snails. So the snails are voracious eaters; they eat a lot. So what they did now is that I told them to plant more, planted more ugu, water leaf, and even potato. Planted more so that it will grow, and thank God we're in the rainy season. It will aid the growth faster. But currently, I told them to make a temporary kind of solution to cover. They're going to be covering this bed with palm fronds. You can see these ones are dried. We're covering them with fresh ones. Then I told them that every morning they'll come and they'll pick the snails around after feeding and cover them with this banana leaf. You see them? They're the ones under here, everywhere. If you check around, you see them. You see them here. They are here. A lot of them are here. I didn't put the babies and the breeder sizes that are also growing. You see this another one here. Then they are all around, scattered around the entire farm. If you look there, you see them. They are all under those leaves. And some are still outside. Some were not able to hide under that leaf, or some even they are stubborn enough to move out of that. Yeah, this is an example of the snails, one of the baby snails in the greenhouse. This is what it looked like, and it's even albino, because we had like 3 or 4 stock out of the stock that are albino, and this is how the babies look like. Artisanal Marinata ovum babies. I picked it while entering the other time. There are a lot of them scattered around the farm. Like I told you, that this greenhouse can house 90,000 snails and above, but they won't all be jumbo sizes. They won't all be table sizes. They will cut across all the generations of snails, starting from the eggs, the babies like this one. Then we'll see ones that are 3 months old, which are the growers. We'll see breeders, which are about 6 months. And even the ones we supplied before, they will all be there and they will keep growing. They will grow in generation. But note that they won't all be table sizes at once. They grow, and if you want to start harvesting, you can start harvesting at any stage. You have people that buy these babies. They buy these babies for 15 naira. People buy eggs. They buy eggs for 15 naira. They buy this. Some can buy even this for 17 naira. You can sell for any price depending on the cost of farming them. You determine that yourself. You can sell this to people that want to start their farm. You can also, when these ones grow to 3 months, you can sell it to farmers. Some don't want to buy breeder sizes because it's kind of expensive. They can opt for the smaller ones, and you can sell to them. You make your money that way rather than waiting for all of them to reach table sizes or jumbo sizes. That way, you won't make a profit on time. Like I always emphasize, you start selling as little as you can so that you can gather the money together. Uh, the farm manager was telling me that they were able to count about 20,000 babies, which are in the pen outside. The pen outside there. We will go there now, and a lot of eggs. Still, they have eggs buried in the soil. A lot of them are in the soil that you can't see them except when they hatch. I'll tell him to even show me where some of them are, so I will show you in the video. There are a lot of eggs everywhere. See? I'm going to show you one. So snails. Snails are everywhere. This is looking heavy and it's growing. It's growing. You can see the growth mark. This is when we supplied it, and look at how far it has come. This is a sign that the snails are growing. They are very healthy. You can see the meat, and they're very heavy. This is from 7 months. Come and see the eggs. These are some eggs. We will be able to scatter a lot of them so that we won't break them. They are scattered around the farm everywhere. Where you can please cover this. Scattered around everywhere. And you can. That's so we can't actually pick all the eggs. People ask me that how do you become accountable? You can only pick the ones that you see. They have a farm, a pen system they did before, but it wasn't forthcoming before we built this greenhouse. So they converted that pen system to a kind of nursery, which will go there, so you can see all the eggs. If they can pick the one they could pick, and the babies they could select. Like this one now, they couldn't select this one because they didn't see it. But now that we've seen it, we'll move it down to the nursery. There we have 20,000 snails that are there. Then they have some eggs that are growing. So the farm is progressing. It is progressing, and very soon they start talking about harvest. When they start harvesting, it never stops. These ones they've adapted to the farm, because when we bring snails to the farm, we give them about 3 weeks to 1 month to adapt to the environment. That period we have mortalities, which they also went through, and every other person will go through it. It's just normal. And once they come out of that stage, then the things will adapt, and it only takes a bad occurrence for them not to thrive again. Once snails thrive in an area, it becomes very hard for you to move them out. They will always reproduce. Like here now, they were able to pick 300 snails in 3 days. They picked 130. They pick them weekly because they couldn't go through the stress of picking all the time. So I can tell people that this business is very, very profitable. Very, very profitable. And I can tell you categorically that this farm is at least 80% progressing. It's 80% progressing. They had issues. Normal, they'll have issues, but they overcame those issues, and they are progressing. They feed them formulated feed. They feed them vegetables. So they interchange it. They feed them formula feed today, they give them vegetable tomorrow, and all those things. Now that we're even in rainy season, they are not even wetting again because to save cost of fuel. And like I always tell my clients that once rain falls, you don't need to wet. One, so that you won't overflood the ground, and two, to save costs. That's why we use nets. This place is not covered. We use nets that are porous, so that you can rainfall can come in and sunlight for photosynthesis. So let's go to the section where they have the eggs and the babies. So this is the intensive system that we did before. They did about 300 or 400 units of it, but it wasn't really forthcoming, so we had to build a greenhouse for them. Like I always say, the greenhouse is meant to be a synthetic wild. It gives the snails a wild-like feeling in a confined environment. Though you won't be as accountable as doing in an intensive system, but you'll be able to give the snails something close to being in the wild. So because we couldn't just let this place go, we had to convert it to a nursery. We didn't build this. We had to convert it to a nursery so that they can bring the eggs that they can pick, they can pick the babies that they can pick, because they wanted something more accountable. So we had to convert it. And let's go and see the eggs and the babies they pick. There's one there. This is the farm manager. Farm manager is one in charge of the entire farm, everywhere in the farm. And, these are some of the babies, the ones that they picked today. They're going to be treating this soil, and this is the feed. They will add more water to this feed so that it can be dissolvable. There are a lot of them scattered inside the soil, but you can't always disturb them. You know, like I always say, when you disturb snails, when you move them from point A to point B, you can cause mortality. Even when you disturb them while they are resting, it can cause mortality. So you have to be careful about them. Don't just scatter them anyhow or just disturb them. So these are the other ones here. A lot of them, you can see they have varying sizes. Like this one. This is quite big, guys. This is about a month. This is another one. It's growing. This you can see. This is smaller. This should be more than 2 weeks old, and this should be about let's say a month old. All of them here. They have so many here inside this. Some are 2 weeks, so 2 weeks, and this is about 3 weeks or a month. Month-old snails that are here. These are babies picked from the greenhouse. Yeah, you can see them here. Some are burrowed into the ground, and these are the ones on top, all healthy and growing. They are all in this pen. We give them a lot of spacing so that we won't be overcrowded and we can have enough space to grow. Easy money. Some of them here. The babies.
They are feeding.
Yeah. See this one?
It's feeding on the water.
Feed this one. Like I was saying, the greenhouse is meant to accommodate all of them, even the babies, the eggs, and the big ones. If you want, you can go the extra mile to do this system and support. But normally the greenhouse was meant to we were trying to copy wildlife environment. You know, in the wild, nobody puts them in nursery. They give birth in the wild. They lay their eggs and they continue. But because they had the luxury of this one, they had to put it to use. We have all the eggs, all the babies are here. As they hatch from that greenhouse, we put them here, and we have them all over, everywhere. Some are in the ground, in the soil, but we don't want to disturb them because we don't want to have mortality with them. They are here too. You have to give them spacing. At least minimum of like 200 is in each one of them. So there's high tendency that we have even more than 20,000 babies in the farm. If we're able to access all of them in the greenhouse, we can only pick them at night. That's when all of them will come out to feed their nocturnal animals. But during the day, the ones we can pick them and bring them here. So the farm is progressing. It's a bit slow. And the bit behind schedule because of the issues they had, and we didn't overcome it on time. But after we overcame it, the farm is now progressing. Now, by the time we see the next 3 months, they should be able to harvest some of these snails and sell to those who want to start with their farms. You don't necessarily need to wait till your snails are 9 months. They are jumbo sizes before you start selling. You can start selling as little as even babies. People are out there that want to buy the starting with snail greenhouse or snail farm, and they don't have the capacity to buy the big ones. They can buy the small ones and they'll rear them. It's a bit stressful, but you can start with that too. You make your money bit by bit, You have all the babies in pens everywhere, and they're feeding them, taking care of them well. So I can only say some business is a very good business. A business that you can invest in, and you add a little stress. Every business comes with its own challenges, but once you overcome those challenges, you are good to go. You make your money, and uh, you even want to expand. That is why we built that extra one greenhouse. There's no snail there yet. We build them together at the same time, but the client is someone who is proactive. He thought about the expansion period, and when he had the money, he just built the greenhouse. The greenhouse is meant to can last 5 years and more, so he built it down. So by the time these ones will grow big and start laying, we'll move them down there, or he sells them. So if for someone to have that kind of vision, that means that he's seeing the good part of snail business. You can also invest in this if you want to add, if you want details. Chat me up on WhatsApp on 081 74009857. I repeat, 081 74009857. We can discuss. I'll send you a quote, and I can even help you in planning how the entire farm will be, and we'll start from there. Thank you very much.